Hey, you guys, it's Miss Christie. I wanted to do a video of me actually going through the synthetic division. So we're just going to pick up where we left off on our Desmos activity. So if you want to open the Desmos activity, and we'll be beginning on slide 16. Okay? So we did a lot of review, and then we did a couple of synthetic division problems. I think fourth period we only did one. So I'm going to pick up on slide 16 of the Desmos from yesterday. All right, so here we go. In order to divide polynomials, and we're talking here, there's a cubic polynomial divided by a binomial. Okay, now this is the only time you can use synthetic division. Okay, synthetic division can only be used if this is a binomial down here. And we're going to use this with a coefficient of 1. All right? Okay, so remember how we start out. We're going to find the 0 of the divisor. The divisor is the bottom. Okay, so we just say x minus 6 equals 0, or we just take the opposite. Okay, so that's going to go on my little shelf right here. So it's going to be 6. So again, I got that from letting this equal 0. Okay, all right. So that's a positive 6. Our next step, set up using coefficients only. So we're not going to use x cubed, x squared, or x. We're just going to use the numbers in front. Okay, so this is our method. This is our process to do synthetic division. Okay, and they have to be in descending order. 3, 2, 1 number. Okay, so if they're not in descending order, you'll have to put them in descending order. Okay, so I'm going to write 2 and then negative 20, because that's a minus 20. So we take that with us. Positive 56. All right. And then negative 46. Okay. All right. Then we're going to draw a line underneath. Now that line needs to give you some room where we can do some computations in here. Okay. All right. Then we're going to bring down the first coefficient. Okay, so that first coefficient is right here. So I have to bring that down. So I'm going to bring down the 2. All right. Now, from here, we are going to multiply, combine, and repeat. Multiply, combine, and repeat until we get all the way to the end here. All right, so here we go. So our first thing is we're going to multiply 6 times 2. The answer goes here, 12. All right. Then we're going to combine these. In other words, just add them. This is a negative 20. This is a positive 12. That will give us a negative 8. All right. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply. So we multiply 6 times negative 8 is negative 48. So when you multiply it, the product goes right here. 6 times negative 8 is negative 48. Okay? Then it says combine. So we're going to combine those, and we get 56 minus 48 is going to be 8. All right, so we still have a number here, so we got to keep going. So after combining them, again, we're going to multiply. So now I'm going to multiply 6 times 8, right? 6 times the new one, 8, is 48, and the answer goes there. All right. Now we combine, and this is 2. All right. So this is my process. Okay. What you need to do now is establish that last number is the remainder. All right. This is the remainder. So you always want to cut that off. All right, so we're almost done. Now what we have to do is we used coefficients to divide all of these numbers. So now we have to put the variables back in, okay? And these numbers are the coefficients in front of the variables, all right? So let's think about this. If I divide x into x cubed, it's going to be x squared. It's going to be 1 less. Assign the variables with the exponents, always 1 less than the original. Okay, so we started out with x cubed, so my first one here is going to be 2, and I'm going to do it in different colors. I'm going to do all the variables in purple. 2x squared. Okay, then it's going to be minus 8. What's the next one down from x squared is x. All right, we don't have any more variables, so now we just bring down the 8. Okay, so let's look at that again. 2, it's x squared because it's 1 less than the top one, because I'm dividing 1x into 3 x's. That means I'm going to have 2 x's. Notice I bring this sign down. Then we have x. And see, the sign here is plus because there's no sign there. All right. And then the last thing, I'm going to rewrite it as the remainder over the divisor, which is x minus 6. And that is my answer. That whole shebang there is my answer. So I have divided a cubic by this binomial, and I ended up with a quadratic. And that's your answer. And that, folks, is synthetic division. Nice. Okay? I like that's fun. I didn't know they had that. That's brand new. All right. So now let's go to the next one. All right. It does say you try, but I'm going to let you try the last one. Okay, because I have 2 of them. I'm going to do one more, so maybe you'll feel a little more comfortable with it. Okay, again, here I have x cubed minus 5x squared minus 33x minus 37. We're going to divide that by x minus 9. Okay, so what goes in the shelf? Find the 0. Whatever makes this 0 is the opposite. So that's going to be 9. Okay, all right. Then it says use coefficients only to set up. So I'm going to use all the coefficients in front of these variables. Okay, so I'm going to have 1, -5, -33, and -37. Okay, now you can type this, but I'm so used to doing it like this, I just decided I would do it like that instead. Okay, so let me see if I can change that color. Yeah, there we go. We'll just go on top of it there. Well, that's not working, folks. We'll try that again. All right, now. Okay. All right. So we get 9 from this, the opposite. That goes on the little shelf. I call it a little shelf. Then we put the coefficients, 1, -5, -33, and -37, all in a line. Okay? Then we bring down the first coefficient. So we're going to bring that down. So that's going to be, bring that bad boy down. So that's going to be 1. Okay? Please don't forget to do that. Then we're going to multiply and combine. Here we go. This is the process over and over and over. So we're going to say 9 times 1 equal 9. 9 times 1 equal 9. Okay, combine those. We're going to get 4. All right, repeat. Again, multiply. 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. So 9 times 4, 36 goes here. Okay? Combine those. So that's going to be 3. All right. Now we're going to multiply 9 times 3. The result, 27, goes here. All right. Then I combine them. And that happens to be my remainder. Okay? So this is my remainder. So the other pieces are my answer. So remember, assign the variables with these coefficients, variables with exponents to these coefficients. Okay, always one less than the original. So the original was 3. So this one is going to be x squared, x, and then the number. Now I'm going to rewrite it. Okay. You could just squeeze them in there if you wanted to. So it's going to be x squared plus 4x plus 3. So see how I got that's 1x squared, 4 times x, and then 3. Because it was x cubed, we got to do 1 less. And then you write the remainder over the divisor. And I have just divided that binomial into that cubic polynomial. Okay? All right. So I'm sure you are cool dudes. So the next one, I want you to go to the next slide. I want you to try it, okay? And then pause, and then we'll go back and just see how you did. All right? All right. So here we go. Y'all try it. So hit pause. All right, let's see how y'all did. Okay, what's going to go in the little shelf is 10 because the opposite. Okay, then we're going to write down our coefficients. I'm going to see how it works with doing it this way. So I'm going to put 2, -13, might be a little cleaner, -77, and 60. So I've written down all the coefficients. All right, I'm going to draw me a line. Oops, I'm not going to draw a line there. Okay, I'm going to draw a line underneath, leaving enough room to put our answers here. Okay? All right, so our first thing, important, bring down that first coefficient. Okay? Very, very, very important. Okay? So that's going to be 2. All right. Now we're going to multiply. 10 times 2 is 20. Combine. Let's see if I can do this. Let's do that. All right. Combine them. That's going to be 20 minus 13 is positive 7. Excuse me. All right. Now we go back. All right. And now we're going to say 10 times 7. Right? 10 times 7 is 70. Let's combine those. That's going to be a negative 7. Negative 77 and 70 is negative 7. Then we're going to go back up here and we're going to multiply. 10 times negative 7 is negative 70. All right. And then we combine those. We're going to get 10. Oh, excuse me, negative 10. Now, it's really weird that these problems, a lot of them have a remainder of 10. That is not always going to be 10, by the way. All right. Okay. So, now, remember, this is our remainder. That's important. Okay. Now, let's see how you did. So, we're going to bring down the 2 and put the variables in. Assign variables with exponents. Always one less than the original. This is a cubic, so the first one's going to be x squared. All right, this is a plus sign because it's positive 7. What's the next one below x squared is x. There's nothing below x, so that's just minus 7. And then it's going to be minus 10 because that's a negative over the divisor, which is x minus 10. And that is another synthetic division problem. So we have divided and conquered. Divided and conquered, you guys, right? Y'all are the bomb. I like this one. Okay? All right. So, I would like for you to drag this. If you took notes on this, I may go back and look at this to see how you're doing. Okay? Your assignment for today is work on any missing assignments, and you also have a worksheet. The worksheet is synthetic division and the review problems on this Desmos. So you may want to have this open when you're doing your assignment. Okay? All right. We will pick up tomorrow with synthetic division with some missing terms. If you watch the other videos opposed to mine, you can see that in action if you would like to watch them. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful day today. And if you need me, remember I'm going to be on during our regular session. Okay? All right. Take care. Bye.